Can you tell me whether or not she was wearing a long-sleeved green sweatshirt and jeans?
Oh, no.
Okay. Would she have kind of been in?
She just said no. Oh, no. That was the clothes that Maddie was dumped in. She said Maddie was wearing black shorts and a green hoodie. Now she doesn't know what she was wearing at all whatsoever. Man, I'm glad she lies like this.
Her bed gear, or do you think she could have still been in the dress that she wore to her birthday celebration?
She would have been in pajamas. I can't recall the exact pajamas, but she would have been in pajamas.
You see the
she had
lies?
already, by this point in the evening, she had already showered and changed out of that birthday dress.
Into
And
what?
was it your understanding from your sister that she had gotten dropped off about 8:30? She being mad.
I wonder what she changed into from the dress, you guys. I wonder what clothes they washed that got all over Maddie, the vomit on her. What clothes was that? What clothes did you have? You know, as soon as law enforcement, as soon as the state starts talking to Stefan, he's going to debunk all this stuff, and they're going to be able to go back and check the phones and check now what they can't go back on is Maddie. All right. I hear there's a little bit of a rumor that the medical examiner and toxicology didn't exactly test for every single thing that they should have on the test. And, well, you can't do it again because Maddie's cremated. So there's no chance of that.
8:30, 8:45, something around that time, yeah.
And what's your understanding as to when Stefan had gotten there?
Yep.
If you know, if you don't guess, it's fine.
I don't want to talk about that.
Actually, while he's saying that, this is important. So there's things that you might think should be a certain way because that's just the way things go. But don't just guess based on past history that it's the same as what happened on that particular day. If you don't know, you don't know.
Then, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what time he got there.
Okay. You were at work, so I just didn't know if, like, sometimes families check in, hey, I made it by text or by phone call or anything like that. Do you not remember any of that?
Nope, she doesn't remember anything.
Okay. How long were the three of you in your bedroom?
Now, listen, before she answers that, they cremated her right away. And I just talked to Stefan about that today. I asked him some really pointed questions about that because it's very important that they cremated her and they can't go back and check certain things. Now, you say Dr. Latina says despite cremation, the ME usually keeps a large piece of muscle and toxicology. I hope so. All right. And prayers for that. Let's pray that they did do enough testing and they took enough samples to go back and check these things. All right.
I'm going to say for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did Madeline tell you about the party?
She was really happy.
Did she tell you what food they had there at the party?
Yeah, they had her favorites.
What are her favorites?
She doesn't even know. Why does she know?
Puerto Rican food. So I don't know what it is.
All right, so you're gonna have to translate to English. I know frijoles and arroz and a couple other things, but help me out.
And why is Jenn Soto laughing like she's flirting with someone in this interview where they're talking about her dead daughter and what happened that night? What is funny about that? That isn't fine. That's not funny. No, she cremated Maddie, gave half of the ashes to Tyler, and she took the other half. All right.
If I recall correctly, she had requested rice. It's a type of rice and beans.
Mm-hmm.
It's rice with pigeon peas.
Okay.
And beni, which is I'm not sure how that is. It's a pork, but I'm not sure how they cook it.
Okay.
So cooked pork. That's typically what she requests for her parties. That's like her favorite meal.
Okay. And what kind of gifts did she get?
She got a lot of money.
Okay.
That's what she ended up showing me. I think she had a few trinkets, but like most of it was just a big wad of money that she was so excited for.
All right. Is there any particular reason Stefan couldn't make it up to the party? Because it's my understanding he didn't exactly work or anything.
He wouldn't have been invited. The party was held at my mom's house, and my mom and him have never had a great relationship. She's never liked him.
Oh, honey, she doesn't even like you. You weren't even invited to that party. Oh, wait, no, you just didn't go. Remember, she didn't go. She worked 10 hours a week and didn't go. All right. What's up, Kristen Perry? Good to see you. I hate Jenn Soto. I hate her for what she did to her daughter and what she let Stefan do to her daughter, as much as that person that came on the screen earlier and had despised disdain for me. So just think of that. Damn, Jenn Soto needs to be arrested.
So he wouldn't have been invited to the party at all. It just would have been my whole family.
Right.
And then me, if I hadn't worked, I would have been there.
Okay. Now, during this 30 minutes that the three of you are in your bedroom, is Madeline engaging in any of her kind
I
of
do.
nighttime routine or, getting ready for bed? What else is going on, if anything?
We spent a long time talking about gifts and having her show me, and then we counted out her money.
I mean, the stuff she talks about, you guys have heard this a million times. If you take what she talks about, which we're going to do tomorrow, and you put it into a lying liars format, like we're going to do tomorrow, all she's really said, she talked about the Puerto Rican food, she talked about her pub sub, and now she's talking about the money that she counted. And thank you, Gail, for saying that. The inappropriate laughing is a sign of histrionic personality disorder. Diane Downs did that shit like when she was interviewed by police and journalists. Right. Yeah, there's something behind that, obviously. I mean, that's not a laugh of this is funny, but she doesn't have many cares in the world because she doesn't have to deal with Maddie anymore and not pay for stuff. And thank you, Marissa. I appreciate that for supporting the channel. All right, we got a Wyatt. Let's go.
I can't remember if she had finished with all of her bedtime routine.
Okay. Does she brush her teeth at night?
In the shower.
In the shower? Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that occurred before you got home?
Yeah.
And my understanding with her nighttime medication is that's something that you would like to make sure she had
She made
bedtime or so?
Something like that, yeah.
So were you present for that?
So she's not really answering the questions. I mean, he's asking her and she's just, no, something like that. And I get that, having a lawyer there, but that is not, none of this is the truth. And she's not helping these detectives to convict Stefan Stearns. Don't you think in this interview that she should have said, I found out that night after I put her to bed, Stefan, I thought she was okay. Stefan gave her a bunch of pills. Do you think she would say any of that? None of that's pertinent, but they're looking for that at this point to convict Stefan. None of her answers made sense. They're all lies.
Occurring, or did that occur after you got home?
That did not occur on my call. I believe I had instructed Maddie when she got home to go ahead and take them herself.
Okay. And is that something that she's allowed to do?
From time to time, yeah.
When you say day, my understanding was there was some hydroxyzine. Is there anything else she takes at night?
Just hydroxyzine.
All right. And the Miralax is when?
Miralax is
gross. You know what the Miralax is for. Hello, RL.
So that would have been earlier while you were at work too if she took it?
Yeah.
May not have because she was at the party?
Yeah, because I had been training at work that week and we had been going back and forth with my mom's a lot. The Miralax wasn't consistent.
Okay. All right. Now,
Jen, nothing in Maddie's life was consistent. I hate to even say this, but I think the only consistent thing was Stefan. As a matter of fact, she's the one that called Stefan on Saturday. We don't exactly know what the conversation was. 555. Say a prayer, a hard prayer, that Jenn Soto gets arrested. Period. Thank you so much for that. Maddie actually called Stefan on Saturday and he had her on speaker. We still don't know exactly what she said to him, but we do know that Jen wanted him to go help. And we do know that Stefan was out of anxiety medication and Jenn Soto wasn't. Thank you. I'm still sick this week, guys, and I appreciate you, but I got to push through. I can't say, hey, I'm taking a week off. Let's arrest Jenn Soto. I'll see you next week. No, I can't do that. I can see you next Tuesday, though. CUNT. All right.
Madeline, does she lay out her clothes for school the next day, or is that something she gets in the morning, makes a game time decision like my kid?
Typically, it is a game time decision morning of.
Okay. What about this specific evening? Do you remember anything about it?
Yes, this evening we had. I had already discussed prior to Stefan coming to visit that he was going to help me take Maddie to school that day. So because I knew that that was what was going to happen that night, I had asked Maddie, pick out your clothes, have everything ready, have your backpack ready, your water bottle, everything you need ready, so that way you could just grab your stuff and head out. It won't be too much of a hassle in the morning.
And I get that, but if you're trying to get justice for your child that was abused for 6-7 years, you saw those nasty pictures and you saw the autopsy and the toxicology and the pictures of her when she was no longer alive, wouldn't you be talking about what Stefan did? She's not talking about any of that. I think Jen is walking a tightrope. She doesn't want to speak against too much. It's too much because it's going to boomerang on her. And that I agree, but that is not a grieving mother talking right there. That is not.
And so she did. She picked out her clothing. I asked her what she was wearing. She told me what she had picked out. I said, okay, fine.
All right, so she picks it out, but does she physically take it out of somewhere wherever she stored the clothes and put it somewhere?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure if she took that clothes upstairs with her or anything like that.
All right. So as far you didn't see them
Her
in your
voice
room,
lowers.
and did you have the opportunity to kind of see her cubby part of the living room to see if she put them on her bed or anything like that?
I hadn't seen them.
Does Madeline have like a water bottle or a hydro flask or whatever the kids call it that she likes to sleep with?
Yep.
Bring up or bring wherever she's sleeping?
Yep.
Typically not. That stays downstairs in her.
Now wait until tomorrow when we actually go word by word, and hopefully by then we have more information from Stefan. Hopefully, I hope Stefan messages me or Deb or Chris or anybody and says, hey, the state came to visit me. But it's still good news that the state is trying to talk with his PD, a public defender, and they've relayed the message. So I hope to have more updates for you this week.